Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Okay, so Tea in the Streets is where we talk about things going on in pop culture or in politics. We tend not to touch on politics too much, but I feel like you can't avoid it with what we got going on right now. Especially because this is our last Saturday before voting.
The final voting.
Before the final voting. Now, she already voted. She took care of that.
That's all right. In the comments, put a 1 if you've already voted. If you're here in the United States, please put a 1 in the comments. Okay, then there you go. You put your 1 up. There you go.
Yes.
You go.
Oh, also, we forgot to mention it's Justin's birthday month too.
Oh, okay.
Is that you, Justin?
Yeah,
No.
that's me.
That is
Yay!
you. All righty then.
Happy birthday month.
Happy birthday month. All righty then.
But yeah, she already voted. I don't think I need to say who I vote for. Y'all probably already know. But it's fine. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about some things relating to politics. Now we're not here to tell you who to vote for.
Lies you tell.
Brother Carter's here to tell you who to vote for.
Vote Harris.
I gotta keep us level. So I'm just gonna disclaim what Brother Carter says is Brother Carter's opinion. We are not telling you what to do, but if you want to hear what we have to say on it, stay tuned.
The only thing I want from that other candidate is millions and billions of people to view us out on the show. That's all I want.
Come on, give it to us.
Okay, we're gonna play a quick video for you guys.
I don't think anybody has ever seen anything like what happened the other night at Madison Square Garden. The love in that room.
Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this.
There's never been an event so beautiful. It was like a love fest.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Nobody's ever had love like that.
Heck yeah. It's a cool black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that? A lampshade? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just kidding. That's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome.
That was love in the room, and it was love for our country.
Thank you, everyone. So listen.
Oh, okay. For me.
Watermelon? Okay.
I saw the part about Puerto Rico. I had not seen the whole thing.
And I put that out there, or I asked Abigail to put that out there because it's so easy and you have to be real careful with the media too. Sometimes they skim past stuff, but there was nothing about that rally that was a love fest. In my opinion, it was such hatred that was being spewed out. You know, when you're sitting up and
Who was that?
That was someone that it didn't matter. I think it was a comedian, but it's someone that you allowed on your platform,
right,
to come and speak on your behalf. And I think the part that really got me the most, he tried to clean it up and say, oh, they tried to separate themselves from the comedian. But then he goes and gets a dump truck and he puts his name on the dump truck. He puts on the dump truck gear and he gets in a dump truck. So if you're trying to move your way, you didn't agree with that comment. What was the point of you even going to get into a dump truck? What was that prop for?
I mean, is he aware that Puerto Rico is actually part of the United States?
Well, that's the whole thing, but it's just so ignorant. Justin, you have anything to say on this?
I don't have anything to say that's appropriate for this platform. All of mine are very negative, a lot of hostility.
Okay. Yeah. And then we take that and we paired it with Kamala's. Kamala. I almost said it like he did. But anyway, and we paired it with her rallies. What a big difference.
Yeah.
You know, you have all walks of life. It's about love. Yes, she is being right back in your face with your foolishness, but you can just tell the level that it's a whole different level that what we're dealing with when you come over here and then you go over there. So I want to hear something.
I think He's trying to use the dump truck not only for Puerto Rico, but also for the United States of America. He want to paint a picture to his constituents that this is a dumping ground since Joe Biden and the vice president is in charge, and it's going to get better under his administration.
He's cleaning it up.
Yeah, that's the whole idea behind his foolishness. And so America is in the best place it ever been in a long time, in my opinion. I think my life is a whole lot better
Yes.
during these 4 years of administration. And they asked the question, your life any better after these 4 years? Hell yeah, it's a lot better.
Yeah.
I think the people he's speaking to maybe need like cartoons and pictures and stuff to explain the world to them.
Yeah. It's
They're not.
I
It
was
seems
gonna
like they don't
say-
even look at their own life. They're just going on what he's talking
and they're
about.
so angry. It's just so angry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I used to get real into politics. I don't anymore. I'm not gonna sit here as like a voice of like someone who's super educated in all of this. I couldn't tell you each individual stance that they each have on things. But I'm smart enough to know a dummy when I see one. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart enough to know a racist when I see one,
Call it for
an
what it is.
hateful person.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
that alone, policies aside,
Yes.
if you're a dummy and a racist,
Yes.
why? No, I'm just
we,
not
we
gonna do
don't
it.
we don't throw insults though.
I did
Yeah,
though.
we don't go.
I did.
Abigail, I do.
We're
We
not
don't,
we're
but she
not an
does.
eye for an eye kind of community.
Abigail's
What she
opinion does
did-
not reflect.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and I appreciate her saying how she felt, because
Mm.
that's coming from the younger generation. And so many of them are getting caught up because he gives this aura off, or he said it enough that he's tough. There's
Mhm.
nothing tough about this guy.
Yeah.
He is, in my opinion, and it's my opinion, and I have that right to say it's my opinion, he's actually weak. Because the only way that you can feel like you're somebody is by standing on another person or a group
That's
of
right.
people. You're weak.
Yeah.
So
I like to speak to my brothers out there for a second while we're talking politics out there that are out there calling themselves not voting for the black female, but rather have the white male as their candidate. The man sitting up here telling you, he's mentioning watermelons in your favor. I mean, that's got to be the most racist thing you can say to an insult. You can say to a black person. Let's talk about watermelons
Yeah.
and stuff.
And not even a good joke.
Yeah,
Yes.
not even a good now. And so this is what you're voting for. And regret to inform you that you're going to
regret it.
regret
Yes.
your vote if you voted that way. And it won't be long afterwards.
That you will regret.
Yes. Okay.
100%.
I'm gonna get off that
Justin
one.
wanted
Okay.
to say something. Go ahead, Justin. Do you want to say
Oh
something?
no,
Yeah.
I'm sticking with my self censorship over
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
It makes me so mad.
Just want to get canceled.
Oh, it
You
makes me
don't wanna
mad.
get canceled, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
dear.
Well,
Go ahead.
Abby and I had a discussion like earlier this week. Kind of what
Yes.
you just said was that actual politics aside,
Mhm.
like he's unlikable, right?
Right.
But also the other way, likable to the people with that same mindset, right?
Yeah.
So it's not my generation, but I know I've read about like when Kennedy and Nixon were the first presidents to do the debate on TV,
Mm-hmm.
and Kennedy was just so much better looking and
Mhm.
sure of himself,
Mhm.
and that kind of swayed the public opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in this day of internet and memes and
Mhm.
and bashing on each other, that he's attracted that sort of audience,
Mhm.
right?
That's scary. He's
Yeah.
orange. Okay, let's move on. You understand that? I will move on but I hear what you're saying. I agree. But
And,
he has his own audience.
Right.
I've noticed too a lot of like people in the media who are very like speak for the conservative side of things, like
Mhm.
people who are like they're the ones that are like going into colleges, debating college students, stuff like
Mhm.
that. A lot of them are against college.
Yeah.
They are against secondary education. And I don't think everyone needs to go to college. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Do what you think is best for you. But when a whole group of people with the same ideology are against college, and the
Mhm.
people who've had years and years and years of education are going for the other side.
Mhm.
And I feel like that alone should show you
Something's going on.
something's going on,
Yeah.
right?
100.
I'm just gonna lay that out there. What I said earlier about dummy. Anyway, I didn't say that. Whoops, whoops.
So
You know,
have
we've been
to
through this
remember-
before.
Go
Like
ahead.
history just repeats itself. This is very cyclic, and we as a country have been through this before. And the natural progression of this is that we're going to be burning witches at the stake again
Oh,
For
for
geez.
people who
I better hide.
don't agree
Yes.
with what we're doing. You know,
Yes.
like it's the same people with the same thoughts, like anti-science, anti-education,
Mhm.
like head in the sand. We're going to be burning witches. That's my
Yes.
prognostication. I give it a
Yeah.
year. Somebody's burning.
So all the women out there vote while you can.
Yes,
You can't
Right.
argue with that. Like,
You
you know,
can't.
you just have to let them be in la la land.
But the one thing I can tell you, and you guys just remember this, and we see a lot of conservatives coming over to the other side to
Mhm.
vote. Remember, your vote is your private vote.
Mhm.
Whoever you vote for, don't let people intimidate you to say, "Oh, I know who you vote for. You better vote." That's your
Yeah.
private vote. Vote,
Yeah.
and
Well,
don't be. But
I'm
make a
not
good
ashamed.
vote.
But also, you want to remember that it's almost half the America that's agree with his
guy.
foolishness,
Yeah,
and so we don't want to insult our neighbors and friends
we should have
because they're yes, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just eager to see the results of the election, and I guess we'll
see it
talk
on-
about that
on
next
Tuesday, next show,
Yeah.
next Saturday.
next Saturday. Well, I'm sure that will be the tea in the street.
That will
Whatever.
definitely
With
be.
either way,
I just
we go.
hope we doing this.
I hope so too. I noticed y'all wore blue today. I don't know if that was on purpose, but
Well, not really. It just kind of happened to be, so it worked out, right?
we love propaganda. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Okay, we're gonna play one more video for you
Yes.
guys. Take us a
Alright.
little bit deeper on this.
Okay.
Now I'm in early voting because he filled up my desire to vote. It's time to take the garbage out, so I'm voting to get it out.
It does impact on the votes because they're not going to vote for Trump. How you want somebody to vote for you when you're talking negative about him?
Trump has been trying to appeal to Latino voters and specifically to Puerto Rican voters. Do you think that he undid whatever, benefits he done for himself last night?
This was a different kind of insult. At the end of the day, people are going to vote for their pocket and they're going to talk about the economy and all of that. But this appeals to your heart. Everyone has the memories of spending time in Puerto Rico, if that's where your parents were born. My kids spend their summers in Puerto Rico. So Lin-Manuel and Lucecita speaks splendidly about their memories of Puerto Rico. So this is an insult of the heart. And when you insult the heart, you get emotional responses. And that's what you have seen so much outrage. It would have been simple to say, hey, I'm sorry, but that's not Trump. Because at the end of the day, he has created this campaign to divide us, to make sure that he pits groups against groups and have one agenda that he is very clear about. It revolves around immigration. It involves going after everyone that is against him. So his campaign strategy was totally reflected in this Madison Square Garden event.
I think that it was weird said. Nothing else has to be said for me. And I'm glad we did it in that way because literally, I love how they came out and they just really said, you just ignited something, Trump, that you were not even expecting. You're going over here pandering to them, and now you just insulted them. Guess what? It was still quite a few people that hadn't voted yet. You just,
It doesn't matter that it was a comedian because you
No,
should
you had him on your platform.
whatever he was going to say should have been right
It was
viewed by
vetted. It was vetted.
right. So
Yes.
yeah.
Also, just because I want to touch on this too, at one what
I was going to ask as a
Yes.
no,
go.
I don't really feel no, but
okay.
I saw for Kamala's I don't know if it was a rally or something. She had Beyonce come out, and I know not everyone likes Beyonce. I personally do, but there was this. She gave a very nice speech or whatever,
good
and that
speech.
goes to show you that you know, she didn't come out there and sing Single Ladies, right? So this comedian could have come up there and said something heartfelt and thoughtful.
Yes.
Just because of your career, you know, you can still talk as a human, as a person, as a voter.
Correct.
And that being said, Trump also, there's this like sound that went viral on TikTok because he was like, he said something and then he goes, and Kamala's dancing with Beyonce. And you could tell he was just so salty. He wanted to dance with Beyonce so bad. They weren't even dancing, but he wanted Beyonce at his rally so bad. But
you know, it's just really, I just want everybody to make sure that you go out there and vote. Pay attention to what is happening, what people are saying. If you haven't voted, I think it's the last day to do. Tuesday is
for early voting. Early voting already ended.
It ended yesterday, so make sure get out there Tuesday if you haven't had your vote. Be patient, stay in line. Don't let people trigger you.
Most jobs, I think they have to let you take off to vote.
Yes, for a couple hours. So don't get caught up in other people's frustrations. Don't you bring your frustrations there.
Yeah.
So you've waited till the last day to go vote. So be patient and be
I would say bring some headphones, bring some earbuds if you're going to be standing in line in the voting poll, because you're going to hear some nonsense from a bunch of people spouting off. So be able to block that out so you don't get so uncomfortable that you have to leave.
There you go.
And they won't let you vote if you're wearing propaganda either.
Please do not put on propaganda.
Wear your regular clothes.
Just wear regular clothes. Don't have anything about who you're voting for because they will not let you vote.
And you don't want to be a target for anything. You know, people act crazy in these kinds of times. So
let's keep it moving.